Angels we have heard on high, sweetly singing o'er the plains, and the mountains in reply, echoing their joyous strains. Gloria in excelsis Deo. In excelsis Deo.
Hello and welcome to day 23 of Vlogmas. My name is Tracy and I am the host of the Knitting on the Float podcast. And we are homebound again today. We have freezing rain happening, so it is quite slippy out on the dock, and we definitely don't want to be going onto the roads unless absolutely necessary. So today I'm just going to walk down to my neighbors. We have a couple more of these parcels to deliver next door, but she's not home right now. Number 4, and then number 2 is away, so they will get theirs tomorrow when they are back. But we have highs of highs and lows of lows, and I'll just turn the camera so you can see that we are currently in a high tide situation. And I'm going to step onto the dock. It's a little bit slippery up here, but as you can see, you can't see the wood plank, so it is a high tide. So super low tides, super high tides. You never know what you're going to get around here, but isn't it amazing, all of the changes? And look at that poor lone Canada goose going down between the houses and the shared dock. The weather is ever changing. It is currently raining. It was sort of sleety earlier today, so cold rain right now. It is minus 0.5 degrees Celsius, so it's almost bikini weather. Not quite, but getting close on. But I'm going to go for a walk down the dock very, very carefully, and I'm going to show you why I need to be careful. The ducks are flying around. This is the state of the dock right now. As you can hear, very crunchy, very icy on the edges, so I'm sticking to the middle. And in order to be safe, I am going to put the camera away. I'm going to deliver this parcel, and I'm also going to go down to our neighbors and see if they would like to come over for supper tonight. I'm just coming down the dock and noticing all of the ducks nibbling away. I'm not sure what they are eating, whether they've got some bird seed. Looks like there might be some bird seed out there, even though we're not supposed to feed the ducks or feed the ducks off of the docks, but they are busy munching away and enjoying their pre-Christmas treat. And if they keep it up, they're going to put a hole in that ice. Floundering a little bit in the center there, and we'll have that ice melted soon. I am on my way back home, and the ducks have now found the feed on the dock, and let's see how close I can get before they all get spooked. Maybe they won't. Maybe the food is just too much of a draw. No, they got spooked. Except for these two. And this one here, they'll go back up in a moment. Ah, look at these berries. All the little birds are appreciating the feed and the berries. But yes, It is miserable and cold out today. I am trying a very simple way of clearing the center, and that is just taking my boot and clearing the snow away down the center so that it makes it a little bit safer. This metal section here is very slippery and dangerous, so good to get that de-iced if possible. But yeah, it's loose enough now because, as I said, we're getting a little bit warmer, that we can at least loosen this and make it a little bit safer to walk on. But it really is better to stay indoors. I am currently sitting in the closet and I'm wondering, is this something all mothers do at this time of the year, or maybe it's just me? Luckily I have a walk-in closet and I am just thinking about getting the stockings all sorted, and I thought I would quickly share stockings with you. I was hoping that I would have a package today to share with you. The stocking that my mother was working on in England is currently in the mail system, along with a personalized one for Greg. It is in the Vancouver area, but because the weather is so terrible today, I don't think it's going to be delivered until after Christmas, which, you know what? That's okay, because then I'll have a lovely surprise treat after Christmas. So let me quickly share with you our stockings, and I have shared these in previous Vlogmases, but it's always fun to pull them out. My mother has knit all of our stockings, and we each had a stocking pre her personalization days. So I have had this stocking here since I was young, and I think it might actually be a real wool stocking. It feels, and when I say real wool, I mean lamb's wool or wool as compared to an acrylic type. My mom usually uses acrylic yarn, but I think this is an actual wool because it feels quite toothy, although my hands are feeling quite dry right now. But this was my stocking since I was young, and it has been filled with so many lovely treats over the years. So since I won't have my personalized swan one by Christmas, my little goodies will be going in there. And I believe this one here is Greg's stocking, and it's even got some stellina, some silver in there, which the problem with that little section there makes it a little bit tight to put things past, but otherwise it's pretty lovely and all the fun colors. So I believe that this is Greg's, as I said, and he would have been given this his first Christmas. So in 1997, that's the year that Greg and I got married, and my mom knit him a stocking. And then when Isaac came along, Isaac was born in October, and he had his stocking knit for him. And this one has lots of stretch, and again, it's had lots of lovely goodies, as has Greg's, over the years. So there we go. And then Nathaniel was born in July 2009. So for December 2009, he was given this stocking here. But it's a little on the small side. And then when my mom started doing personalized stockings during COVID, Nathaniel got a new, much bigger stocking. So his name is so long, it starts over here, and it's spelled correctly, A-E-L, Nathaniel, all the way around. And he's got the snowflakes and the little moose, and that's a nice big stocking. So we have this one for him. And then last year, Isaac did not come here for Christmas. We had just moved. He spent Christmas at my parents' place in Ontario. And my mom, knowing that his stocking was here with me, knit him his own personalized stocking. So this is its second year of use, but I picked this up when I was in Toronto in October, or in December. So November, we pulled it out, and then in December I made sure to put it in my bag to come home, and this is his stocking. So both Isaac and Nathaniel have, and Nathaniel's is much bigger than Isaac's, so they have their own personalized stockings. And then my mom is currently waiting anxiously for the postage tracking number to let her know that it has been delivered. But unfortunately, it is in the Vancouver area. We won't get it in time for Christmas, so one for Greg, one for me. That's okay, but it'll be nice to have a stocking that has my name spelled correctly. And I did get a preview of it when I was in England. I could have brought it with me, and I said, no, just pop it in the mail with Greg's, and that'll be a nice thing. So I haven't seen Greg's yet, so that will be a fun surprise. But we'll have our original stockings, which we absolutely love, and it'll be hard though once we have all the personalized ones. Which ones do you use, or do you alternate each year? Because they're all so lovely. Anyway, I did most of my stocking stuffer purchasing when I was in England, and I bought some jelly tots. This is why I needed 3 suitcases, and my weight restrictions were quite heavy on the plane. And these are the bag of stocking stuffers in a loop yarn bag. And I'll just share some of the things that I purchased. So I did share, I've got 2 bags of jelly tots. For Greg, I picked up some wine gums. These actually came on the plane with me, but I popped them in a Ziploc because they were in my purse and I didn't want to have it break. Now, I had fun at Marks and Spencer, and these got a little bit squished. And I think when you go on a plane, especially if it's in your luggage, I think it sort of sucks. If it was already sort of vacuum sealed, it's even more vacuum sealed. So I got some honeycomb. And oh my goodness, these things were so good. I'm not sure that the boys will get these in their stockings. They just all might end up in my stocking. Gigantic orange buttons. Oh wow, these taste so good, but don't tell anybody. And then I picked up some Very Merry mix-up and some mini whips, and I love these chocolate covered raisins, and I picked up a few of each of these, so I'm just trying to show you some of the things. Jingle Chalk Rocks. So that one looks like it has a little bit of a split there, but that's okay. It didn't open the container. And I'm looking at this thinking, I don't know how Santa is going to put these in other people's stockings, because British yummy chocolate, I don't know. It's very difficult to share. Thankfully, I do have some other things other than the chocolate, but I think those are the main ones I got. And as I said, I got 3 of each, so 3 orange chocolate buttons. As I said, they may all end up in Tracy's stocking, but we'll see. I've just got to split them all up, and I think those are all the different flavored things that I got. Again, more raisins. So not a huge variety, but lots of little treats that we can't get in Canada. So get those all sorted, and maybe what I will do is, especially for the boys, maybe I will give them one stocking and then do the old switcheroo, because tomorrow's going to be a super busy day. On Christmas Day, we are going to do what we did on Thanksgiving, and we will be getting together with our neighbors at the house next door, and I will be making potatoes, stuffing, trifle, carrots, and broccoli, and bringing that over for supper, and we'll all have a lovely shared meal. And so we'll be doing that next door like we did at Thanksgiving. So I'll be doing the potatoes the exact same way, though I don't think I'll be able to get up to the garden and get some fresh rosemary in time, because I think it's frozen right now. So luckily I do have some dried herbs of rosemary and some ground thyme. So I'll put that on the potatoes. And I'm going to prepare the potatoes and the carrots tomorrow. Just put them in the fridge overnight and get everything all ready, so that on Christmas Day we just have to pop them in the oven and let them cook and be ready for supper. And I'm doing, as I said, stuffing, so that's easy. I'm just using stovetop box stuffing like I did last time. And one of my neighbors, she watched me do cranberries in October, and that's always my favorite thing to do, but she's going to tackle cranberries this year, and so she's taken on that one. So one less job for me to have on my list for the Christmas Day dinner. And then I'm also going to bring some of our little plates next door, so that we can, I think there's going to be 15 of us, so it'll be nice. Anyway, I just thought I would share some of the Christmas prep. I do have a little bit of wrapping to do, and we don't have a lot of things that will be going under the tree for the boys this year. I think I will have just a couple of presents each for them, and just nothing too much, nothing too extravagant. LEGO, always a fun thing for them to get. And Isaac's actually picking up a book for me for Nathaniel, and he's supposed to be doing that today because he's gone to the mall with a friend. And so he's going to get that, and I've asked if he can get that wrapped at the bookstore. That would be fabulous. If not, I've got wrapping paper and I can do it. So I'm not feeling too stressed right now. Tomorrow may be a different story with trying to get all of the cooking, and then tomorrow we'll have Christmas Eve service, and then on Christmas Day we'll have a Christmas Day service as well that we'll go to. And just today's been a quiet day, and just because of the sleety snow, we've been sort of staying indoors, keeping warm, and hiding in the closet, because what else do you do when you pull out the presents? Anyway, I am going to pop these all back in my Loop of London bag, put them in behind the closet under the stairs to hide for yet one more sleep, and then they will be distributed tomorrow at some point into the stockings. As I mentioned, I need to figure out which stockings we're going to put out and which stockings will have goodies put into them, but that's not a hard job. Anyway, that is December 23rd, and I am wishing you a wonderful Vlogmas day. It is nice to be cozy warm in the closet instead of outside where the tide was super high, and again we're going to go down to a super low tide, but it's much warmer in here. I think that is it for day 23 of Vlogmas, but I will see you tomorrow for the final day of Vlogmas. I still have to figure out my Christmas Eve cast on. I'm thinking maybe one of my Dreaming of Butterflies kits, but then I have to decide the marmalade or the rose madder It's a big decision. Anyway, I will see you tomorrow. And you know what? I think I'm going to do a bit of a Twixtmas video where I have a little bit more footage from the London area that I will put in there, and I'll maybe share a little bit more about the goings on around the float house as well between Christmas and New Year's. Have a wonderful day, evening, whatever time it is for you, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.
In excelsis Deo, Gloria, in excelsis Deo.
This year I was a lot more careful with the stocking stuffers, aka the chocolate, than I was last year. Last year I hid them in the closet, but I hid them basically right where you are on the tripod. And one night we went out and I left the closet door open, and Scout got in and she ate 3 of these. And this is a nice British one. She ate the Canadian ones with the English and the Francais. So she ate 3, maybe 4 of the Terry's chocolate oranges, and then she ate 3 or 4 of the big size Cadbury chocolate bars. She was so sick that night. So this year, the chocolate has been hiding behind the closet under the stairs, because if Scout can figure that out, she's a genius and she deserves to eat all the chocolate. And yes, I know, dogs should not eat chocolate.